That is why there's a particular book. I love that book. I don't know how many times I've read it now. And I fell in love with that book many years ago. That is the book that says, I Was Wrong, by Jim Baker. Jim Baker was given life imprisonment. And he appealed to the appeal court, lost the case. Supreme Court lost the case. There's no other court for him to go to. And he was in life imprisonment. Who is Jim Baker? For those of you who don't know, Jim Baker was the #1 voice, preaching voice in America in the 70s. Jim Baker was the man that had the largest church in the world in the 70s. Jim Baker was one of the first men of God who has jet aeroplane. Jim Baker was a man who has a 500-room hotel. In fact, he had 2 of them, 2 500-room hotels. He has a gospel village. He was a man that God raised up on high. And he was framed up and lost the case. And he couldn't defend himself and was given life imprisonment. And while he was serving on life imprisonment, the people who framed him, they were men of God, fellow men of God, who framed him. And he couldn't defend himself. And he was so bitter. His wife was involved. His best friend, another minister, reverend minister, was involved. In fact, that his best friend even married his wife. And he was so bitter. And there in prison, one day God said to him, do you want to come out from prison? He said, I can't come out. I've exhausted all the law procedure. We have gone to Supreme Court. God said, yes, but I'm the final of final. He said, Lord, what do I do? He said, you have to forgive everybody, everything. Forgive your wife, forgive that your best friend, the fellow man of God. Forgive everybody who framed you and pronounce mercy upon them. Bless them, release mercies. He said, God, I can't because I hate them. He said, until you release them, I will not release you. And he started praying for them and releasing mercy, but it was not from his heart. It took him almost 2 months of praying a prayer not from his heart until the thing entered his heart. And he was now praying for them passionately for forgiveness and mercy. And after praying that prayer from his heart, forgiving and releasing mercy, the leading law school in America, the final year students, the professor, the dean of the faculty of law, brought the case of Jim Baker for all the students of the class to study as their final year course and to write a thesis on Jim Baker's court case. And as all the students studied the case, all the students in that class, they came to the conclusion he is not guilty. And the dean of this law school, seeing all these things, he also went inside and discovered of a truth: Jim Baker is not guilty. And whereas they have exhausted all the law procedure, there's nowhere to go to. There's only one place. It has to go to the presidency. And that was how all the students of that law school with the dean of law, they came to the Senate and presented the case to the Senate, and the Senate brought it to the President of America, and the President of America made a pardon for Jim Baker to come out from prison.